Yeah, thank you, Ingo, and thank you all for attending and giving the opportunity to talk about marketing and monetization. I think that's a topic, it's pretty important, but I have the feeling as a developer, designers, add-on producers, we like to skip it and rather code the whole night than to talk about or think about marketing. And what I can say is in my professional career so far, I've been part of many launches, many development phases, and it's pretty crucial in the end for the success of a product. And it's not only the features of a product, but also how you approach the marketing and communication, at least the monetization strategy. So a quick word about me, for those who don't know me. I'm a designer developer for creative plugins and add-ons. I'm a product designer, ex-founder, and I release my plugins under the brand Omata. And also I can do what I do thanks to the Adobe Fund for Design. And this year I've been named Creative Cloud Developer Champion 2024. Thank you. I'm not sure what happens in 2025, but we will see. And so far, I've released some 10 plus X plugins and add-ons, and each with its own business model or monetization strategy. For example, Arranger is so far free to use, but at the bottom, I have got a link that links, for instance, to Omata or to my website. So I use this free tool to promote other products that have a paid service. And I'm trying to experiment with several modes that fit the offering of the plugin. For example, Omata has a one-time payment, so it's /freemium. It's a freemium model. You can use it for free until a certain point, and then you need to upgrade and pay for it. And Mate, my latest plugin, is an AI assistant. So in the background, there is an AI system running, which produces costs when users are using it. So a subscription model made much sense in there. So a quick disclaimer, expectation management. So the following are not rules or any kind of framework. These are just based on my personal experiences. Like I said, I've been part of many launches, software, hardware, iOS apps, plugins, web products, you name it. And the only thing I want to do is to inspire you, take tips and tricks and best practices, and do your own experimentation. In the end, there's no success and no guarantee for success. Sorry. Yeah. Why build? What's the motivation? And there are, of course, several keys here. You can build solutions for yourself, for your colleagues, for your company, build automations, workflows. Then, of course, you can build to help others. That was the motivation for me to build Arranger. And then from time to time, you get love letters like these. I get an email and someone is really happy and thanks me for this. This is incredibly fulfilling and motivating. And then in the end, maybe you want to earn money with your side project, then I can only recommend the talk from Sahil, the founder of Gumroad, from Developers Live in July. We got the link here. We will share the presentation afterwards, and then you have all the links and can watch it. And then the general big why question. I recommend to define these points to yourself, write it down, hang it on the wall maybe. This will help you later on in the process to market your product and also find the right strategy for monetizing it. The first question is, of course, what problem does it solve? So why does it exist? And try to define this for yourself. And when you have this, you know exactly the reason what you need to communicate to your audience. And also in a later step, you know exactly what people are paying for. You can tell them exactly what they need, what they will get when they pay for your product. And also what's helpful is, what do you want to achieve personally? Is it, do you want to drive sales numbers, or do you want just to get it out the door as a test balloon? Do you want to promote another service? Define this for yourself. And if you don't have a goal, you can't, you don't have a direction, you can't reach anything. You're just meandering through space, right? And then in the end, everything helps to make the plan. That's why we are here at marketing. And when talking to developers, I realized, and myself too, is the usual way to think about this. And like I said, I made this mistake myself too, is you think, okay, I develop it, then I release it, and then fingers crossed, hope for the best. Somebody will come along the way and find it and download it. This may work, but that's not a good way to approach it. My tip would be, think about the complete life cycle of your product in 3 phases. Of course, you've got the pre-release phase. This is everything that's before the release. Then the release phase, which is more like a point in time. It's not so much a phase because it's just a day or the minute you release this thing. And then, of course, everything that's afterwards, when your product is in the world and people can interact with it. And I will explain each phase in a second. And what you need to know, accept, and realize is development and marketing start in the pre-release phase. It's earlier than you think. The first thing you can do is announce your product early, very early, maybe even before you write your first line of code. Announce it, put it out in the world, commit yourself to the product, to the project that you will release it, let people know, and then start it. And the single best thing you can do in this phase is create a simple waitlist page. It's just a simple page that can be done in 1 hour. A short description about your product, then a sign up, an input field to sign up for your waitlist. And then if you have a quick demo, could be a prototype, could be a screenshot, doesn't matter. Put this thing out from the first minute and then let it run. Announce your product, link and send people to your waitlist page. Post about your process. Every step that you've made, make a post. People are interested in a progress. They want to see when people create things, and it doesn't matter if it's not perfect or it's done. That's the magic of it. People see how something happens and how it grows and gets better and better over time. That's a very interesting phase to observe for people. Don't wait until it's perfect and finished and then release it, right? Let the people be part of your process. Then, like I said, send people to this waitlist all the time. Put it in your bio on every social media account that you have. Put it in your email signature. Send people everywhere you talk about your product, send people to this waitlist page. What happens is, during your development phase, this list will grow. First of all, that's very motivating. And second, these are people that are actively interested in your product. You couldn't find anyone better than this. And they asked to be promoted to about your product. This is perfect. So talk to them, ask for feedback, ask for feature requests, ask them all kinds of things related to your product. And then during your product process, these are the people that you want to recruit for beta testing. Ask people who wants to test, and with them refine the product, iterate, make it better. These are your people. And when you are ready and you're closer to the release date, the waitlist becomes your launch audience. These are the people that you are launching the product with. So that's the first bunch. And it doesn't matter which size it is, but at some point you need to get the ball running, right? And this is the first step. These are the first people that you can get this thing going. Then you've got the release. Like I said, it's more like a point in time. There are two strategies. Decide for one. Strategy A is you plan for a big reveal launch day. Everything will be released there. You communicate the date before, and everything you do works to this day. And the other strategy is treat the release day as a usual day, release it, and all your marketing activities come just afterwards. And the benefit of the first thing is you can get people excited, but the downside is it's extremely stressful because everything needs to be ready to this date. You need to commit, because otherwise you wouldn't have a launch day or a release date. And your product needs to be ready, all your documentation, your website, videos, maybe your product hunt campaign. Anything needs to be ready before this date. Extremely stressful. And from my experience, it's too much for a single team or a single person. If you're a big company, maybe this is different. And I would recommend go the other way, release the thing, improve it. It's like always, you get it out into the world and the first 5 users find your biggest bugs, right? And then you can fix it, and after 1 or 2 days, it's so much better. And then start to roll out your other marketing activities that you planned. And it doesn't matter if the product hunt campaign is a week later than when it was released. No one cares about that. So then the next thing is I want you to do is get this thing into the hands of press people, bloggers, influencers, YouTube video producers. Give them free access. Contact them upfront very early on. Send them an email. Do the work for them. In this email, put everything in there what they need to write about your product. Write down the USPs, write down text snippets, give them all the logos, the app icon, everything. Don't make them work or make it easy for them to write about your product, right? So give them everything in this email. And then switch your waiting list page to the final website, of course, and then do the following: the sign up for the waitlist, switch this with a regular newsletter sign up, and keep this on your website. Same effect, your website keeps running, and over time, you're collecting in the background, you're collecting people that are actively interested in your product. Over time, this will build up a list again that you can write a newsletter to. And these people are not the same people that follow you on social media. Maybe there's an overlap, but not necessarily. So you've got two audience, your social media people and then your newsletter audience. But keep collecting the leads. You get them for free. People stumble upon your website, maybe over a blog article or a review somewhere, and sign up, and you didn't do anything for this, and you get people you can contact. Then to your launch audience, offer launch discount, and then launch on obviously Product Hunt. Product Hunt got some bad reviews in the last weeks, last month, and because not everyone could just release its product there, they didn't approve a lot of things. I don't know why, but at the same time, there a lot of alternatives popped up. So there's launching today, beta list, indie hackers, and there are a lot more. Do some research, and so it doesn't have to be Product Hunt only that you can launch to. Then post release. I mean, what usually happens is you've got a release date out, and the next day, and then comes the endless race. That's the marathon. From now on, it's in theory an endless time of the life cycle of your product, and then you need to keep the ball rolling. And you could, like I said, launch on Product Hunt and the others, and again try to get featured. The one thing is in your wizard account or download count or in your chart, when you have a blog review or a blog post somewhere, this will always produce an enormous spike. And with this, every time your audience grows, right, and you sell, of course, more products, and the other effect that it has is a long-term effect. I launched Ranger in 2018, and I got on some blogs, and to this day, I get visitors on my website from blog posts from that time. That's 6 years ago, and I'm pretty sure it will have a more lasting effect. So do this, get this out, get people to write about your product. And then, of course, the typical tip is post on a regular basis. Use Scheduler here in Adobe Express, or use Typefully or other tools. Try to make it a habit. Try to produce posts in a bunch. So not every day. Save some hours and then get a lot of these posts written, schedule them. And then you've got, again, time for your development, and at the same time, your posts are going out. And then start a newsletter. Like I said, that's a special audience that actively subscribe for your service, for your information. And the question is often, but what should I write about? Can I only write or send a newsletter when I've got a new feature? No, of course not. A new feature is, of course, cool, but treat it as a summary of what happened in the last period of time, since the last newsletter. Send them a summary of your posts on social media. Take your 3 most successful posts and put them in the newsletter. Put in their tips and tricks, use cases, case studies, reviews, blogs, stuff like that. It doesn't have to be a feature every time. And then you've got a typical marketing activities like offering discounts when there's Black Friday sales promotions, or school starts, school ends, summer starts, summer ends, Christmas, Halloween. There are a lot of opportunities. I've collected just a bunch of ideas here. You can do a lot of things in this endless phase, and you will need to come up with ideas, of course. And if it's not your thing, try to accept it. That's your job. Market your product, get creative, ask ChatGPT about ideas. It's a fantastic source for this. There are endless opportunities. Just do a little bit of research, and I'm pretty sure you will have a big list very soon. Then the next thing is monetization, of course. This is twofold. One is the strategy and one is the technical aspect. Let's start with the strategy and the theory around it. Again, what is your goal with your add-on? Do you want to sell it? Do you want to promote some other service? Do you want to cross-promote other add-ons? or just getting leads. Decide for that, and then find a matching business model. Of course, when you give it away for free, you don't need a business model. Your business model is for free. But when you've got a rather simple add-on, like say a Ranger, it's more appropriate for a one-time payment than a subscription. If it's more complicated, then and you've got recurring costs in the background, like storage or AI services, then of course a subscription makes more sense. And everything we do here boils down at the end to a decision for a payment service provider, PSP, or a merchant of record. In short, it's your payment system, how people buy and or pay you and buy your product. Your business model and what you want to achieve are a feature list that you need to compare with these providers. And of course, when you want a subscription service, you need to get one that supports that. And do this very early on. Decide early because number one, test this technically, and also account approval takes days or maybe weeks. It's not like you sign up there and in that second you can start selling your product. They want to check you. I don't know what kind of things they do, but this takes a while. Take this into account, and then test. It's I've got, for any plan that I offer, I've got my own subscription running. So I'm my own customer. I went in there and bought every plan and have the subscription running because I want to know what my customers are seeing or experiencing. And if something isn't running quite well, then I will know. So do this, test it with your beta people, and do this early. And then the business models. This is a list. I think it's quite complete. Maybe you've got other ideas, but yeah, this should give you some ideas what you can do. Of course, free to promote another product or just give it away. Lead for add-on. Your add-on can only be used when someone signs up or provides you their email. We've got pay what you want. So this is basically a donation. People can use your product for free, but if they like it and they want to support you, they give you some money. Freemium. This is like Adobe Express works, right? You can use it for free until a certain point, and then premium features are only available when you pay for them. One-time payment, of course, pay once, use forever. Subscriptions, recurring payments, it's always very attractive, but I think it needs to match your offering. Otherwise, people are not willing to pay subscriptions. Then microtransactions, these are basically usage-based costs. So again, for an AI service, typically people buy credits and use them up and then buy additional credits. And then, of course, you got custom add-ons. Express supports that. So you can do commissioned work for a company, generate a add-on for them, and then give them the add-on, and the admin will distribute it internally into the company via this, or maybe via private links. For all of these, consider free trials. This is not a business model, but keep this in mind and test it if this is something your audience likes. And then the payment provider, and now we are gliding into the more technical aspect. How do you provide the management or the payment service for your product? And of course, people tend to use just Stripe, and then I'm finished. It's cheap and good, and I'm good to go. So what I want you to think about is a second about a merchant of record. If you don't know what that means, it's basically when your customer buys your add-on from you, what happens in the background is you send them to this payment page of your merchant, and they buy from the merchant of record, and they buy the product from you. So they sit in the middle between you and the customer. And this construct enables them to handle payments and to handle payment disputes and errors. They will do this for you, so you don't have this in your inbox. You don't have to deal with it. And more important, they will handle the global tax compliance for you. So you are responsible for the VAT, value-added tax. When you collect money from people from other countries, you're responsible to collect this and put it back into the financial departments of the country. This is not doable for a single person or a small team, so they will handle this for you. Benefit is you keep the contact to your customers, unlike in the Apple App Store, where you have no clue who is buying your product, because that's all handled by Apple, and you get zero information about that. Again, a quick comparison between Stripe and a merchant of record. Merchant of record is something like Gumroad, Lemon Squeezy, Fast Spring, Paddle. Like I said it before, they handle the global tax compliance for you. This is the crucial point. And they handle the rest. And in general, the setup and the integration and some additional features are simpler. Handling of license keys, validation and creation is typically easier there. Also, they've got an affiliate program, or the marketplace. Gumroad has a fantastic marketplace. So people stumble upon your product while they are searching for another one, because everyone is there. That's a pretty cool feature, I think. So it's made for digital products, for indie makers, for small teams. If you have high sales numbers, or you're just a big business that has a financial department, then of course go and use Stripe and handle it yourself. But for small teams or single persons, use a merchant of record, save the headaches. We have a short list here with the most popular ones. Maybe there are others. Lemon Squeezy was recently acquired by Stripe. So they are basically the merchant of record service from Stripe. And after that, some others popped up, like Polar or Cream. Check them out and decide what you need. To help you with this decision, I've collected some add-ons that use one of these services. So you can compare, go there, try the service, check what's different, and get a feel for it. And I think most of these people are here in this call today. And what we also did is we set up a Google Sheet with a comparison, and we tried to list up all the main features. And to open it, I'm not sure if this will work right now. So this is a Google Sheet, and it's an open document. It's a little experiment, so please be careful. Everyone can edit it, and we've done this to help you find the right service for your product. You can compare the features, find the one that you need, and if you have experience and the information, please fill it out. So with this link, everyone can edit it. Try to help us make this thing better, and be it hopefully a helpful source for everyone here involved. Yeah, basically, that's it. Let's keep in contact. These are my information, and of course, I try to be here in these calls. And yeah, let's have a lively discussion about payment providers and merchant of records, and share your experiences.